Conceived inside a droplet of water, hidden from the eyes of mankind, lay a colony of the smallest organisms on Earth. They survived on water fragments, taking from their environment and giving it back. Reproduction was not an option. Fragments were scarce. Now in that colony lived Gimmies. Unlike others, Gimmies took more than what he gave back. He grew fatter and fatter day by day. Finally, he was so full of himself that he split into two. Eventually, the number increased indefinitely. The colony started dying, but Gimmies knew no end, and it soon came down to the last fragment.
The patient was found collapsed on the street. His beats were low, his pupils were stationary, and I could see 2 puncture wounds on his elbow. Looks like a case of drug overdose to me. We lost him. Time of death 2 a.m.
This one time he had a bottle of scotch in his one hand and his cell phone in the other. And in a moment of utter craziness, he kept his bottle aside and started dialing. I shouted at him, "Don't do it, pick up the bloody scotch." But he didn't listen. Fortunately, no one answered and he poured himself a big one.
I gave him just one golden advice, that more is nice. Even more is even nice.
I still remember him telling me many a times that he has found this magical lamp. He rubbed it, a genie came out and his 3 wishes were granted.
What were his 3 wishes?
A loving family, an exciting job, and a beautiful home.
Money, power, success.
An overflowing reservoir of scotch, a closet full of cigarettes, and pills to make him fly.
When did you first meet him?
Oh, I knew him since childhood. He grew up to be a fine gentleman, always true to his feelings.
We had actually met a couple of times before, but then we really came close when his wife left him. He needed support. I gave him strength.
Quite recently, he was devastated. I think he was even going mad. But we bonded quite well. He told me stories that I didn't understand, and then he would start crying.
Then what went wrong?
Life for him was so perfect that with it came fear. Fear of losing it all. He wanted to build a fortress around his prized possessions.
I helped him build the fortress.
But fortresses bear a cost.
He just had his job. I made sure he got all he wanted.
His wife had lost all patience.
And he wanted more. But they fired him.
She left him. He left the house. And that's the last I saw of him.
I tried to explain the hypocrisy, but he didn't understand. And I didn't see him after that.
So what if this world doesn't understand you? There is always another one waiting, right? He had lost everything. So we used to travel far, far away where we could get anything. No pressures, no judgments, where happiness was within reach.
Was it worth it?
No.
No.
And it soon came down to the last fragment. Looking back, I saw a new perspective. My perspective. The world saw greed. I saw happiness. Why was that wrong? I didn't hurt anyone, yet I was judged all my life. It affected me, destroyed me. But was it worth it? Well, how can I judge my life before it has even ended?